fat ass mole.
Fat face mole. You better rack off your mole. Dumb mole. Dumb mole.
Dumb mole. Dumb mole.
Shut up, you mole. Shut up, mole. Yeah, you mole. Such a mole.
Welcome to Mole Patrol Live Podcast. Please welcome to the stage,
Shut up, mole. Yeah, you mole. Such a mole.
How are we, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the second half of the show. Lads, you really went to fucking town on the suggestions. I don't know how I'm going to get through all of these. Well done stocking up on the pints as well, Manchester. I'm proud of you. Well done, Hull, as well. Excellent. You're very welcome.
Should we take a seat? I feel like this is very
You're all here for the interview. Congratulations, sir. You have won Belgium Homosexual of the Year. Well done. Absolutely fantastic. I don't think he was going to drink and then you lads got drinks and now he's like, I'm going to need a fucking pint. You have to drink in Ireland. It's mandatory, lads. This guy even got crisps, the staple of our country. Well done.
Yeah, that's so Irish. Crisps and a beer.
If you have crisps and then you get a slice of pizza in De Fontaine's and then you fucking go up and get one of those kebabs in Chia, you have completed Dublin. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our good friend Aideen McQueen. How are you, Aideen? You're just in time. Watch the camera behind you. Fantastic comedian. She's got a brilliant OnlyFans as well, lads. You need to subscribe to that. Hello, sir. How are you? What's the crack?
Hi.
So, this is our first ever live podcast. I've explained a little bit what Mole Patrol is. We basically get people from all over the world sending us in their grievances each week.
Yes.
We try and break it down. I think it's like getting a complaint off your chest. Do you know what I mean? You write it down, you put it out into the ether, and we try and talk about them. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a few of these. We can give anonymity to anyone here. If you do want to own up and say it's yours and you want to talk about it, we would fucking love to hear from you. Does that sound fair enough?
Yeah.
The guys from Hull are like, fuck off, I thought it was fucking anonymous. Just lighting up his boss like a Christmas tree, right? So let's, do you want to
I feel like, everyone has a good mole in their life. Like, even, because when we record, like, I'm always flying in from somewhere. I've done like a Ryanair flight and I'm just like so angry. And then I sort of finish the podcast and I'm like, oh, I feel good.
Yeah, we always feel a bit lighter. So hopefully at the end of this, you'll feel a bit lighter as well.
Yeah.
So what we do is, as well, it's like the cheapest therapy session you're ever going to be to.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, right?
Down. Avoid punching someone and going to jail.
Yeah, and after this,
Ryan.
exactly, right? If you ever want to send us, you can like DM us on the podcast, Instagram, whatever it may be. We get people sending us in voice notes as well. Our friend Aideen had one of our most popular clips because she went on a rant about being invited to a wedding without a +1. That was a good one, Aideen.
Weddings, I feel like
Weddings are the worst.
The worst for like just bringing out the worst in people.
Yeah.
You know? Like it's crazy. Like
I think we should get through a few of these. What do you think?
Let's do it.
So let's get a little drum roll. Okay, let's get our first mole of the week out here. It's actually good and you're going to fucking love this.
Yeah, right.
Hold it up.
Oh, this is Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is your mole of the week. Okay, clap if we like Taylor Swift.
Fucking hell, that is what's known as good on you, man. Well done. Mortal enemy of Bad Bunny down the end here.
Yeah. I mean, fair.
Yeah, do you know what? I always think that like any women who are really into Taylor Swift are the kind of women who are like,
it's a bit of a dick.
You can't handle me, and then they just like lie there like a starfish. That's what I think is Taylor Swift.
It's just like, I think also as well, it's like for the starfish. You know how
Taylor starfish. You know.
I just feel like it's just
Is that fair?
Yeah, it's so accurate.
Oh, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Oh shit, I thought I was gonna get cancelled by the teachers over there. Sir, that is unacceptable.
I think it's like, it's just, you know when you see
Have you slept with a Taylor Swift fan?
You slept with a Swiftie. Oh my god, that sounds
Minimal cardio.
Just lay there, like you said.
Yeah. In Ireland we call it a sack of spuds, but that's how most of us were conceived in Ireland.
Yeah, the missionary, the God's position. I think I don't know. Do you like Swiftie?
No, I can't stand it. It's like
I don't get it. It's like a cult. I don't really understand.
I would rather but it's about nothing as well. It's just noise. Like, I mean, I don't mind pop music. Like, even Dua Lipa's got a bit of catchiness about it. Plus, Dua Lipa's unbelievably hot. I just find Taylor Swift songs are just like, it's like shit American Ed Sheeran. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how I kind of feel.
No, but I feel like I watch her, like, she doesn't even dance. You know,
No.
like, you know when you see her dancing, she's like the whitest white girl dancing.
The only person who's worse, did you see Katy Perry's fucking car crash of a tour? Because she went into space and then everyone hated her, and then she was like trying to be like Taylor Swift, and she's got like, she has the stage charisma of sexual assault. She's fucking horrendous, like.
All right, let's move on before we get
Moving on.
cancelled.
Right, oh, this is a good one. Have a
Alright,
read of
here we
that.
go.
Yeah.
Okay, people sitting in their car and not leaving their parking spot.
Yeah.
Oh, hashtag NYC. Okay, I feel like that's a worldwide problem.
Yeah, and like, if you're drug dealing, fair enough. If you're waiting for it to do a drop, I respect it. You gotta give someone some fucking amphetamines, at least you're doing your job. But just sitting there creeping, unacceptable.
You know what they do? And they've got their seat all the way down, and you just see like a phone up the top, like they're just like doing their stuff and just being like, fucking annoying.
This next one is great, and I feel like when I read this out, I'm involuntarily being made racially profile someone, and I just want to say, they wrote this, not me, right? So it says, when people assume I'm from an African nation, sometimes even approaching me while speaking another language. Is it him or the gentleman? It is him! Is that what a fucking curveball! He wrote this and then he fucked off. So now we're gonna look at the other black person and they're gonna go, what's the fucking problem, man?
Oh, he's not even here. Yeah, Jesus.
That's great.
Is that something that happens in Europe more than America, or is that like in America, like
that wouldn't happen in the States, would it?
Oh, really?
That's in Nigeria.
I guess in New York,
I need to speak to you.
I'm like thinking like the Midwest or something, like Ohio.
I wouldn't say it's a mole.
That's fucking great. Okay, cool. Let's have a little look. Oh shit, I've got a load of them here. Actually, these are fucking. You've outdone yourselves, by the way.
Yeah, thank you guys for making our first.
And I like that you
live
kind
show.
of wrapped them up in. Actually, Ella, do you want to take one of
Yeah,
these?
like let's give me the bucket.
Thanks.
Let a woman do it. Oh Jesus, there's
Yeah, yeah.
a shitload in here.
They'll get the folded ones.
Oh, okay, there
He
yeah.
is.
Oh, here he's back, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey!
Are you sick of African people speaking and thinking you're also from
Are you
Africa?
from Nigeria? Are you from Nigeria?
Ooh, this is a good one, and I wonder who this is. My boyfriend's family. Is this from Hull? It is from fucking Hull. Do you not have a great relationship with
No, half of them I do and the other half I don't. His family's split.
Oh, really?
I've got a real big family.
Okay. Are they Catholic?
No.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
If you're a big family and you're Protestant, that's a lot of fucking, because they believe in contraception. And is it like passive aggression, or you just don't connect with them?
They're just knobheads.
They're just knobheads. What a fucking amazing answer. They're just knobheads. Knobheads means you're an asshole. Lads, if you take one bit of terminology back to New York, I would love to hear one of you on the subway going, hey, keep it down, knobhead. Just sounds so good in an American accent, wouldn't it? So knobheads, that's what you got to bring back to
Oh,
you.
bellend. She said, I think bellend.
Bellend's right.
Bellend's
Did you ever hear
right.
bellend? Bellend would be like the head of a penis.
Yeah, like a
So
bell.
if someone's like a dick, you call them a bellend. So
Like-
when you go to London, now don't get stabbed, but if someone's
Yeah.
annoying you in London, call them a bellend. They'll respect you.
Fucking bellend. Alright, you can do this one. I don't know
Ooh,
what
this is a good one. The English Premier League.
We're all moles.
They are moles. And like as well...
Is this soccer?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Sorry, football.
It's up there with like baseball players. They just get paid so much, but they're like, at least baseball players will have a fight, you know what I mean? They can go.
Yeah.
Premier League has now just turned into an acting competition. Who can like roll around the most? They all have their little fucking they're I blame David Beckham, to be honest with you. He started the whole fucking thing. He started the pretty boy fanniness of the whole thing.
Alright, I got this one. I noticed pedestrians in Dublin only cross when it's red. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay, an American definitely wrote this. How about that?
We're colourblind. If we see green, it's like patronising us, so that's why we cross when it's red.
People do like jaywalk here though. It's
Yeah, we don't give a fuck.
But in Germany they don't. They wait. Like it'll be 3 o'clock in the morning and fucking snowing, and it'll be red, and they're like, "No, you must not cross."
It's true in
Yeah, it's true in Belgium as well. Yeah. They just they stand there and
Right
wait. Like,
now, because if not they get punished.
Exactly.
So in Dublin they don't get punished.
yeah, they
No.
don't.
Well, we get punished by
Police is still drunk.
we get punished because we have to live and rent in Dublin. That is our punishment.
Yeah, living in this city. All right.
Frogger in New York.
You get
We
what?
play Frogger.
Frogger. Yeah. Here you go. You can read this one.
When you're walking and people are in your way. Slow walkers are the bane of everyone's
I
existence.
think, they deserve to be
I
punished.
think if you're old or disabled, you get a bit of a pass. Not a complete pass. Like, depending on the level of disability. It is annoying. Like, if you're in a wheelchair and it's cold and like you're struggling, like fair enough. That's they're going up a hill. So you get a pass.
Do you know what the worst is? Like, yeah, one person, but when there's like 4 abreast, right?
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And you have to like walk onto the
You're not
road.
the fucking Bee Gees. Like, you're not in a music video. Like, what the fuck is?
And then you feel like such a cunt because you like walk past them and you're like, excuse
Yeah.
me, and they're like, and you're like, they're like, and then you have that passive aggressive little like.
Or do you know what's the worst? Like, one of my 2 things that make me cringe a lot is when you go that way, they go that way, and then you do this horrible like street dance. Yeah, it's like the start of fucking Hamilton or something, like, and then you're like, fucking just get out of the fucking way.
It's how Swifties are in bed. All right, we got another one. Here we go. Here we go. You can read this one.
Oh yeah, I like this. I think an American might have wrote this because it's well written. I think this is teacher writing.
Yeah.
This reminds me when I was in school. It's like needs to stop talking in class. But it basically said disrespectful kid at a restaurant.
Oh,
Man,
worst.
Now you guys are teachers, so I always would blame parents. Do you know what I mean? Because when I was a kid, right, in America, I see American parenting as well. And I mentioned it earlier on. If an American kid is being misbehaved here in Dublin, for example, the American parent will always go, guys, your behaviour, unacceptable. When we get back to the hotel, we're going to have a conversation. It's very balanced, right? In Ireland, or Manchester for that matter, or Hull, if you made an embarrassment of your parent when you were a kid, particularly in Ireland, like, you wouldn't even get your mother would squeeze your hand so hard she'd break 4 bones, and before you even had the audacity to squeal from pain, she would just karate chop you in the throat and then go to people, he's just looking for attention.
Oh yeah, true.
Kids are little fuckers.
Well, I mean, now it's child abuse if you like hit kids.
You can't even uppercut a kid anymore.
Yeah.
What's going on? The world's gone mad. You can do other stuff to them and that gets ignored.
Yeah.
That's cool. Fucking, you can do what you want if it's on an island, apparently. Anyway.
Or a church.
Church.
All right. Next door neighbors' noises. Oh,
Yeah.
some big moles. I mean, yeah. What kind of noises? I mean, like if they're walking really loudly. Like I have like a big, like I have someone above my apartment that just like,
Yeah.
like at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Like they're wearing clogs.
Yeah. Like what the fuck are
gays
you
living
doing?
next door.
Huh? 2 gays living next
Yeah.
to you.
Do you know what?
This was in Berlin, so probably you're right.
Living beside.
No.
Yeah, I should know.
Living beside gays is the best and worst things. I've lived in a couple of places, right? Because gays are phenomenal at DIY, especially lesbians. They're unbelievable, right? So if you need help putting a cabinet together, they're fantastic. And they're very kind. Like if a parcel gets dropped, your gay neighbours will always look after it. Unless it's like chemsex drugs, then they'll probably take them.
Yeah, that's again. The lesbians, they will throw stuff at you.
I love how...
I've got 2 new renters coming soon, 2 lesbians, so I'm looking forward.
Oh yeah, they'll fix everything.
Imagine this mad fuck was your landlord. You think you have problems?
I had it worse, so
Are you going into the house with like a black light, just being like super like, where is
Good
it?
morning, lesbians.
well, that'll be with the gays.
Oh yeah, true. No, I mean if you have the gays, you have to like, deduct it from the bond. There was semen.
Imagine living underneath gays during Eurovision. Can you imagine? That would surely be the noisiest neighbours in fucking history.
No, or Pride. Like Pride
Yeah,
is
Pride.
like crazy. Or Folsom in Berlin. Folsom, have you
You
been
don't
to?
want to have the neighbors calling you then.
No. Have you been to Folsom? Are you that kind of gay? Like in Folsom in Berlin, like the kinky.
Is it called Folsom?
Folsom is the one, like the San Francisco one. Yeah. Where there's-
I don't think Johnny Cash had that in mind when he wrote Folsom Prison
There's like
Blues.
people on the street in Berlin, they're like pissing on each other in broad daylight during Folsom Parade.
That's very Berlin.
They leave out the puppies.
Yeah,
But
exactly,
Puppies
yeah.
are not dogs; they are boys.
Oh, so they're like, it's a fetish thing.
These guys are gonna go back to New York and be like, oh my
You're
god.
learning so much,
But
gentlemen.
you guys live in Brooklyn, that's fine. That's like, I feel,
Yeah.
yeah,
I
you
don't-
see everything.
We've got different kind of piss streets in Ireland.
You just walk down Temple
Have
Bar.
you just said that gays piss on kids on the street in Berlin?
No.
No, like on doggy
Puppies.
Sure.
But the puppies are actually just men dressed up, fetishized as
Yeah, like
dogs.
20-year-old kid.
Nothing weird.
Anyway,
It's education.
yeah, it's education. All right, certain types of shopkeepers. I don't know what that means.
Like, when
certain
you,
types.
does anyone want to give a bit more info on that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Go on.
so basically, I always stick to it. But one time, I went into Asda.
We'll translate afterwards, lads, don't worry.
But I went in and just said, excuse me, can you tell me where the dog food is? When yeah, it's next to the cat food.
Amazing.
Don't tell me anything,
Yeah.
really. So it's just a pet peeve from me, really.
That's a great one, and you know what? We're really bad in Ireland because we always answer questions with other statements. We just can't give direct answers. We go around everything, like, you know. Like if you're like, can you tell me how to get to X, Y, and Z? They'd be like, what time are you leaving at? You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? We just answer. In Ireland, we don't give you answers. We just give you additional problems. So you always end up in a worse place than where you started.
Yeah, it's very... all right, next one we have people in airports.
Who wants to... has anyone got a particular airport gripe that you've experienced recently?
Just-
Yes.
Oh no, I have one tomorrow. But
Tomorrow.
It's pre-planned.
Are you flying Ryanair? Are you flying Ryanair? Of course. Yeah. Did you fly Ryanair here?
No. I Air Lingus.
Oh,
he's got some
fancy.
money, man.
Oh.
Well,
Not yet.
not really.
Ryanair's trash.
So myself and Ellen have both recently fallen foul of Ryanair, and
No more.
let's see if Spirit Airlines, do you want to tell them what happened to you recently? Because even I was shocked by this.
Which one? Oh yeah, I paid for the bag. I paid like priority extra for the bag, and then they
$30.
fucking made me put the bag in the thing, and like
I'm
£60.
curious for tomorrow.
Yeah. Even
Because
if you pay
I
for
didn't pay
it.
for the bag.
You won't have to worry about
I have a
Aer
7 kilograms laptop, so I don't know what's gonna happen.
7 kilo laptop.
Yes, I'm an engineer, so I have a
Oh,
very heavy
okay.
laptop.
I thought he was doing something else in Dublin.
Colombian engineer by the sounds of it, 7 fucking kilos.
But for something else, probably.
That's fucking brilliant.
I don't know, yeah, airports are like breeding grounds, or just like traveling in general, because you're always so tired and like this guy, and you just want to punch them, but you can't because then you'll be on a no-fly list, you know? Like,
Yeah, like I got a fine going to Prague a few weeks ago. I had shows and I got a really early flight, and the only way I could get there was by getting. I always avoid Ryanair at any cost, like you guys would avoid Spirit or EasyJet. But the only way I could get to Prague that day was by getting a Ryanair. I was there for less than maybe 36 hours. I had 2 shows. I was gone. So I said, right, I'll fly in, do the shows, and I'll leave. And I just brought a carry-on laptop bag. And it was 7 o'clock in the morning, and I went up, and she goes, put your bag in the little measurer. And I'm like, fuck off. And I put it in, and it fit. And I was like, yes. But now they've got a red tape line that they've put in, and it was like 6 inches over. And I said, are you having a fucking laugh? And she's like, if you swear again, you're not flying. I swear to God. And I was like, I'm not a good person in the morning. And I was like, blood coming out my ear. And then I pushed it down. Like, I was able to push it down, right? And she's like, no. And then I said, I have a laptop in there. I said, are you going to pay for that if you damage it? She goes, you need to take the laptop out. So I had to take the laptop out and then watch them put my laptop bag underneath the plane. Do you know what I mean? Like, I watched it go up on a fucking conveyor belt. She put a bag tag on it, and I was like taking a picture of the bag tag, and she goes, you better not be filming this. I was like, it's my city, it's my airport, I can film whatever the fuck I want, right?
Ryanair is mad.
60 euros.
It's 6 inches, and that's not a lot.
Well,
That's all he was just...
that's not a lot on Grindr. The straight man's world, it's all we have.
Unless you're into that thing. All right, we got influencers. Influencers are the biggest moles, I feel like, in the world. Have you dated an influencer? Has that ever happened?
I wouldn't call her an influencer.
She sells feet pics online. Is that like
Yeah, so Elena has dabbled in
sending feet
feet pictures.
Yeah, I actually have a guy on the internet who pays me money to buy shoes, and all I have to do is just send photos of my toes.
We were recording a podcast yesterday, and what did he say?
Oh, I got a message. I got an email.
You showed him the have you got it on your phone?
Yeah, I've got the photos.
Lads, you're going to be really upset by this, but this
I got
is...
an email from this guy, and his email was Sweet Feet, Alabama, which tells you exactly.
Imagine him sitting there thinking of email names. Sweet treat, sweet meat. Let's go with Sweet Feet, Alabama.
Sweet, and so his name is Sweet Bama Feet. That's his name. And he goes, "Do you sell feet pics?" And I was like, "Yeah, I do, depending on like what you want, right?" And I said, and I was like, "What do you want?" And he goes, "Clean, wrinkled soles, very up close. Photo 1, dry, clean soles, no pedicure needed. Dry skin and calluses are a plus."
He sent her a photo of
And
what he
then
wants.
he sent me this photo of what he wants.
Yeah. Look at his face. That's exactly the face I made yesterday. Showed him the wet ones. Wait, you see this? Yeah.
And then he goes, photo 2, wrinkled soles with oil. And I was like, is this for Diddy? What the fuck? Right? And then this is the photo that he wants to do.
Yeah!
Yeah, and so anyway, I was like, yeah, sure, $100 a photo, because, you know, this girl's got to work. And then he goes,
Victim of this crime.
he's like, no, I want a better deal, 4 for 100. And I was like, no. Yeah, I was like,
$25 a toe, $20 a toe.
And then he goes, and then he writes back, like, this guy emailed me, by the way. He goes, well, you get to use this in one of your comedy sketches, so I think $25 is very reasonable. Let me know once times get a bit hard and I'll offer you the same deal, right? And I was like, I'm pretty sure you live in Alabama, so you're having a harder life than I am, dude.
I'm amazed that Alabama has good enough internet to send those photographs, quite frankly. Wow.
Also, I was like, in US dollars as well. I was like, no, I want euro or like British pounds.
Plus
Like, fuck
tax.
off, yeah. Plus tax.
There's Harris on feet pins. It's art, you can't charge on art.
Okay, we got sports betting.
Ooh, actually, I want a bit of details on whoever did this because I'm really curious. Who gives the sports betting? So, sir, you're from New York, right? I have a few friends who live in Costa Rica who work in sports betting. And correct me if I'm wrong, you weren't allowed to bet on sports. You couldn't bet on a lot of sports in America, in most parts of America. So they outsourced it to Costa Rica. So Americans would ring up call centers and they'd be like, hey, I want to put a bet on this, this, and this. It would get washed through Costa Rica, but it's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. So how do you bet now in New York? Is it legal? Is it on an app? It's legal. So what's your preferred? Do you have like bookkeepers that you go into, or is it all on an app on your phone?
No, it's an app.
It's an app
now.
How much have you lost in 2026 on sports betting?
I mean, I've won like a couple, but you know.
You never hear about the losses.
I won a couple. That's a good answer right
I've
there.
also had my losses too.
Yeah.
What's the site that like everyone's using now to like bet on different things? Like they're like, oh,
Kalshi.
Yeah, Kalshi. Do you guys use that as well? Is that like a thing,
Yeah,
or
Kalshi
can you win a lot of money on that? Or
Yeah, it was shrewd, yeah.
Yeah. So you can bet on like Xbox games and shit like that.
I mean,
There's some really,
I
like-
wouldn't burn something.
yeah, like you can bet on basically anything, right?
Like
You guys-
Irish people love a bet. Like if there was a fucking if there was 2 ants running along a windowsill, Irish people would put a bet on that shit. Like we shouldn't have gambling.
Oh, Australia's fucked up.
Rory, do you know what's fucked up in Australia?
Alcohol.
Yeah, Australia have a thing called a TAB, which is like a bookkeeper in a fucking bar. Like in Ireland, at least we have the wherewithal. You have to physically leave the pub to go put on your bets. In Australia, it's in the same room.
We call them pokies, and they sit there like, and then like they'll sit there all night, and like some of them will just piss themselves because they're just like, no, I'm on a good run. Like they won't even go.
They're
to the
like
bathroom.
Korean gamers just sitting in their nappies.
Yeah, like 100%. They go into like these like casinos wearing like full. My friend was like a blackjack dealer for like Crown Casino in
Wow.
Dublin, and he used to just see like the type of shit you would see at like 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning.
If you ever go to Melbourne, right, the Crown Casino is one of those fascinating places. I think it's the biggest casino in the southern hemisphere.
Totally, yeah.
But
that's pretty wild.
is it the Yarra River?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the Yarra
You're
River.
so- oh my god, you're so
I know, right?
Australian. Oh my god.
But I just lived there a million years ago. But they have these giant, like, you know when they do the start of the Olympics, they have the big torches that are on fire. So every
We're on the hour, I think.
yeah, so every hour they do it in Melbourne, and it goes. It costs something like fucking 25 grand every time they do it. They also have $1 million in $1 coins in a tube that you can just look at. Like that's how much money that casino is making.
Oh, yeah,
There's no clocks. We used to work in a bar, and we would all get real fucked up after work, and you knew it was going to be a bad night when you're like, let's go to the casino, because it would serve all night. There's no clocks anywhere. It's wild.
And it's also like the place, like growing up, like when I turned 18, it was like, oh, we're gonna go to Crown Casino. Like it was like the epitome, and it's like just like Vegas.
It's like going to Vegas. You're like, and then you get there and you're like, there's a homeless guy with one leg doing crack off it. Like,
Vegas is like, I've only been there twice now, and I'll never go back.
do you want to give them a short synopsis? So
I was supposed to get married in Vegas, but 2 hours before the wedding, it didn't
Dream
happen.
big, kids.
Yeah, I know, dream big, guys. No, it's okay, I'm okay. I went to therapy. So as well, but I will never go back to Vegas. I had this like sadness. Yeah, I'm like over it.
Welcome to our sponsor of the podcast, BetterHelp. If you need help getting over your faux sham wedding in Vegas, 3 free sessions.
It was a green card. Anyway,
That is what a sham is.
Oh wait, no, it's not sham. I did love him, I think. Anyway, moving on. Work moles. People that you work with, I think that's because like a lot of the time you have to bite your tongue. Yeah, right. Do you have like teachers that you hate, like, and you work with?
If you don't want me saying, you lads are probably the coolest teachers I've met.
I want to come to I study at your school.
Aideen, sorry, our good friend Aideen, she's a recovering teacher. She's now a full-time comedian, but she's also fluent in Irish, so if you want to learn any swear words after the show, speak to Aideen. But Aideen will back me up on this, like, Irish, there's no teachers in Ireland that look like these gentlemen here. Like, these guys are like an interracial boy band along here. They're not as cool and as vibrant. Like, you could have said anything. You could have told us you're fucking tech bros. This guy could have been an extra in Game of Thrones. Kind of looks a bit like a Latina Jon Snow. Ironically, fucking Jon Snow is like based on a character where these guys are actually from in Hull. It's fucking grim up north.
Very good. I think also paraprofessional. Do you know what that is?
Paraprofessional?
Yeah.
No, tell me more.
That's his job. That's it. That's all you need to know. But just it sounds cool, right?
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
See, did you hear that?
See, I mean, yeah, it works, man. See, fuck yeah, amazing. The next one we have is New York snow, but I think also like just New York City snow, but also I think just any city with snow like is just can like fucking piss
It looks beautiful everywhere for the first 30 seconds, and then you start seeing the yellow pee holes, fucking sewers leaking through like Ninja Turtles.
Or like in France, like there's like if it does snow, there's always like dog shit like underneath, and you're just walking on the snow, and then you smell like shit for the rest of the day, and you're like, oh, it's because I walked in shit. Like
I was in Paris. Oh yeah, man. There's nothing. What you know, it's one of the worst things that ever happened to me. I used to work. I used to be a youth worker, so I worked in youth justice, and then I moved into social care. So I went from like working with kids that used to fuck shit up. That's why I'm really supportive of you teachers, right? And then I worked in the homeless services, and to be honest, like the homeless service was like a break from the fucking teenagers. But I worked in this really crazy youth centre, and like, if you had to eject a kid out, they'd fuck your car up. So my car got like fucking keyed loads of times. So then I'd have to park like away from the centre, because if a kid gets pissed off and you tell them to leave, they'll fuck your car up. There's no security cameras there. And like, I wonder who did it. He's just like, fucking my keys as well, right? Anyway. But I remember it doesn't snow that much in Ireland, right? It does get a bit cold, but we don't really get the weather like you get in New York. And I was leaving work, and this is towards the end of my youth. I was like, I can't do this shit anymore. I had a really bad group, bad day. It was snowing. I had to get back into the city. I had a show that night. I wasn't sure if the show was going to go ahead because the weather was so bad. I ran across the grass, but it was in the snow. Did you ever run in fresh snow? Feels amazing, doesn't it? You're like, you're like being a kid. Crunched away, didn't realise I stood in dog shit, right? But it was semi-frozen, like gelato. So I didn't smell anything, right? Get into my fucking car, the whole car is completely frozen. So I had to get the snow off the window. Everything was frozen. You know, it's like snowing and freezing simultaneously. Like even when you put water on the windscreen, it freezes, you know what I mean? So I'm scraping the window, put the heat on full blast in the car, press the button to make it circulate the car. It started melting the dog shit on my feet, and then just started fucking putting dog shits out. And I'm like, and then I couldn't get out because it was snowing, so I'm like hotboxing myself with dog shit air. It wasn't even my own, and then my windows wouldn't clear. Yeah, it was a bad day.
Yeah, I think snow is it's pretty bad. Okay.
Our last few molds.
Taxi drivers in Dublin. I think just anywhere really. Like taxi drivers. I like living in Europe because I don't speak the language, so I don't have to talk.
And on Uber's amazing. You can request.
Oh, I do that now.
Silent.
Yeah. And they're like, do you want me to?
Yeah. Just press silent.
So fucking great. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to talk and like hear about like because I feel like in America like every Uber driver has some sort of like a side
But
hustle.
Americans have a good story.
Yeah, I love like.
Hey man, you want to get some crack? Fucking right I do.
But that was like in LA, like Uber drivers in LA are the best because you're in with them for a good 45 minutes to an hour.
Yeah,
like, in the
he's
car.
Fixing you all day.
Yeah, like, and I have this one guy who still follows me and messages me, and I haven't messaged him in like 4 years, and he's like an entrepreneurial DJ. I don't know what the fuck. But I remember, like, my favorite thing to ask like Uber drivers is what the best thing that I've overheard in like an Uber. This one in LA, he was like, "Oh yeah, I picked up these two guys, and they were going to like a hit job, and they were like, and they were talking about how they were just gonna like, you know, they had their gun, they're like gonna go there and like kill this guy, and like this guy's in the front just driving the car like, and then he like dropped them off. I know, right? And then he like dropped them off, and then like called the police like straight away, and was like, I think these guys are gonna go to murder someone. Like,
How was work today, honey? Come on.
Perpetrated it.
We'll do one more, and then we might finish with a little bit of a song. By the way, we've never done this live before, so thank you so much, guys. Give yourselves a huge round of applause. We really appreciate it.
Coming out and taking a chance, especially to the Americans. I hope you have a good rest of the time in Dublin and London. But our last one here is bad dates, which I think is a good lead into the end of the show. But I think like when you like an ick or like a bad date with someone, like they can be the biggest moles. Like they can just say.
I was on a date once, and the girl said to me, I was like, "What do you want to get?" And I never ordered for someone. I'm always trying to be polite, and I was like, "I was here before," and then she just goes to me, "I don't eat anything with a face." And I was like, "What about potato smileys?" Which I thought was funny, and she just nothing. And then I was like, "This isn't gonna work out. Check, please."
Yeah, I think it's like I date like this one. I remember the last guy I dated before I met my boyfriend, and he was an antinatalist. Like he said to me, he's like, "I'm an antinatalist." I'm like, "What the fuck is that?" So I went to the bathroom and Googled it, right? And it's like it's someone who's like ethically and morally against childbirth, right? And I was like,
wow.
Yeah. And before that, I was sitting there and like at the dinner, and he was like there, and he's like, "Oh," and he's like, "Oh, I hate white people. I hate white people. White people are the worst." And I was like, "You're white." Right?
Oh, that's great.
And then he told me he's an antinatalist. I was like, "What the fuck," right? And then I was like, "Wow, how much does this guy hate himself? Like, he's white and alive, right?" And then he didn't want to use condoms. I'm like, "That's not how that works." He's like, "Oopsie, I came inside," right? Yeah. And I'm like, "Oopsie, like you're not an antinatalist anymore." Because like my toxic trait is I would have like kept that baby for like 9 months, like just out of spite, right? But anyway,
I think we'll finish. So lads, give her take a picture on your phone. Give her a podcast to follow. You get us on Instagram, all that.